What's up, YouTube? This is Shaylin with 8-Bit Co-op, and I am here with an update to the Shoppe Keep. And during the last patch they had, there was a lot of things that they added. So I wanted to run through several of them just so that everybody's up to date on what had happened. So they added a lot of the tier 2 stuff, like the Archmage robe. They added the Archmage gloves. They added Archmage stealth boots, Archmage boots, stealth gloves. They added all of the belts, so we now have belts in the game, which is nice. There's just a ton of gear that they added, which was really nice. The one thing, I'm going to go ahead and fuel up my bots now while I can think of it. So, okay. The bots are actually working pretty well for me. I've never done this, I've decided to put the leader bones out here. I have a ton of them. So there's the jawbone chests. Oh, they also upgraded some of how the gear looks. I like how the plate chest looks now. There's the plate belt, and there's the jawbone belt. And the jawbone shoulders were in there, but there's the jawbone helms. I'm going to go ahead and add fuel to this little guy, and hopefully he'll retrieve items. The ones that I have problems with are the retrieval items ones. So the Lord Druid set is more fleshed out, and again the belts. Okay, as you can see, I've opened up 5 rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms, and my back room. Oh, and I also have a champion. My champion doesn't do too well yet. And my grinder. Yay, grinder! And my cauldron. Okay. These droids, however, are phenomenal. They are absolutely phenomenal at catching the thieves. So let's go ahead and open up. I'm on day 49. I've made it all the way to level 52. I have gotten my shop all the way up to shop appeal 100%. In skills, I've gotten, okay, let's see. I've gotten all of these skills. I've gotten all of my tier 2 skills. I've gotten everything here except this because I don't zap any characters anymore. I've gotten all of these except the vinyl player because I don't play music. Of course, the grinder and the cauldron. And then everything except customer talk 2 and 3. I used to talk a lot to my customers, but now I don't, because I'm too busy just running around trying to fill everything. But I will tell you, the difficulty as you open up rooms ramps significantly. I heard someone else say that these are expensive for the amount of work that they do, but I find they're great help. I mean, my shop doesn't get as dirty quickly, so it helps out a great deal. Oh, the other thing with the patch is if you notice, the Christmas lights are gone. It's the end of January, and finally the Christmas lights are gone. And you can tell now there are female characters. So that's quite exciting to me, is that there are female characters. So, but that's an example what the Archmage robe looks like. And when they say you can grind anything in the grinder, they mean you can grind anything in the grinder. I typically throw my skeletons in there. That's what I throw in there, just because it's something to do, you know. My first room is pretty minimalistic. I mean, I'm struggling what to put in here just because, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff, but I've diversified it to my other rooms. So it's like, okay, now what do I put in here? You know? So I'm really trying to figure out, you know, what to put in here. I put some weapons to see if that would help push the weapons out the door. And typically it doesn't because they shop for the weapons wherever they are, but I'll see if they go now that I've made my last ones. Let me see if I have any stealth shoulders that I can see. The one thing that I still don't like, oh, the other thing is that I really like, they changed the hitbox on the shelvings. It is a lot easier to put things on the shelves. Let me see if they'll take, yes, they took the stealth ones. I'm just selling stuff straight to them right now. But if you notice, all the bottom racks can be full now, which is nice. So that made me, did you see the robot just zap him? Zapped him. So I'm going to pick him up and take him and throw him in the grinder. And if you notice, the bone went up. There's bone, junk, myrrh, which I don't know how to get to myrrh, gold, metal, and wood. Oh, here's my champion. You walk up to your champion and you hit F. If you notice, he got knocked out. But he killed a green moss, and they do collect experience, which levels him up. He's currently a level 3. I send him out on the easy stuff right now until, you know, he can get a little bit better and not die so much. See, there's the robots picking stuff up. So they are working better than what they were. Whoop. Throw them in the grinder, grind up their bodies. I will tell you, the cauldron thing is really hard for me. It's very difficult to get it working. So it lags out for me is what happens. But I do spend a lot of time just walking around, and if I notice, like this one, I always keep my Archmage robes here, and they sell out pretty quickly. If I notice, like one of these racks where there's not a lot of gear that sits there, I always try to keep them refilled, like the carapace bows, because it's hard going through your inventory. That's the other complaint that I have, is you still gotta cycle through your entire inventory to find the gear that you need, and that's frustrating unless you pick up another one and can just kind of fill it in like that. So I try to keep multiple racks of stuff just so that I can fill over. So, Simon Potter. He's about to get zapped if he stole anything. I don't worry so much about guarding the door, which is nice. I don't have to. This is my druid room. There's druids. And one of the things I notice is that some days there's like a druid heavy or a mage heavy, so it's like, you know, you learn when to focus. Oh. Huh. I don't have a lot of those pantses up. So let's just spread the pantses along the bottom. Oh, barbarians! Oh, I never had barbarians. Ugh. Where's my other barbarian? Ugh. I never had barbarians before. Is there another one? I never had barbarians. This is crazy. You guys experienced my first barbarian attack with me. Let me go see if there's any other ones. Oh, they wrecked. Oh, you guys experienced my first barbarian attack with me. That is so cool. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not cool, but it's cool. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but it's cool. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I'd never had a barbarian attack before. Oh, that was so neat. The problem is now all those racks are gone until I rebuild. Oh, I'd never had one of those before. That was craziness. Now I gotta go around and figure out. Thank goodness my droids are working and helping to pick things up. Oh my goodness, that was wow. Oh, now people are starting to come back in. That hurt business. I was all the way in the back room too. That was cool. I'm sorry, that was nifty. You know what I can do though is I can pick up these because these were just a placeholder, and the wood boots that were back there on the table, the Lord Druid boots, I can just put right here, and the weapons that were on the weapon rack are found at other places throughout my shop. Okay, and then let me go back here. Okay, and these were found elsewhere as well. Okay, and let me see. I'm gonna have to go clean it out. Let me see what else they ruined. Okay. That was kind of cool. It's a lot of cleanup work, though. You see the little rats running around? Okay, that was... Shoot. I'm glad y'all got to experience that with me. That was neat. I'm sorry. Okay, so just a simple matter of cleaning some stuff up, picking up some stuff. Okay, let me go ahead and put these out real quick. There we go. Looks like our other stuff are still selling quite quickly, so looks like it hurt business but for a moment. Okay. Okay, Moby. I noticed that a lot of times they'll stand there and like wait for you to put something on a shelf, and there will be 3 other things on that shelf, but they'll wait for the one you put up there, and it's like, what are you waiting for that one for? Is it your size? Is that what that is? But now I gotta watch this rack closer because now I only have one. Leather hood. Let's see. Can I get her a leather hood? Yeah, right there. Stealth chest. I like talking to the customers. It makes me feel like I'm connected with my customers. You know? Oh my. I know there's a whole nother rack of mana potions, but it seems a lot of times they won't go to that rack. I don't know why. My blue gloves? Really, dudes?
Good day.
There we go. Come on. Let me get some gloves up here for you guys. Okay, what are you waiting for? A traveling mage hat? I know I have one of those in here somewhere. I seen it somewhere. I seen it. Okay, there's one for you. Okay. Wow, they poured through this area. Makes you wonder, do the barbarians just steal stuff, or do they just, like, wreak havoc on your life? And if they steal stuff, you get it back when you kill them? I mean, I would think that they would drop it just like any other thief. But who am I? You know, I don't know how that mechanic is. So, I don't know. Well, I guess this is what happens when your shop's at 100%. I mean, you're just selling out of stuff left and right.
What's a wonderful
I
day?
do this with
You seem like a good
Where's
girl.
the other side? Oh my, those 2 robes went already? People really want their robes, don't they? I bet they just don't want to go around naked, you know? That's understandable.
I'm well as can be.
It's evening. See, that's what I'm talking about how quickly this goes. You know, it really does go quickly. I mean, especially when you got barbarians coming. That was just, I mean, that was awesome. Archmage shoulders. I know I got them. Oh, they're right there. Okay. And what do
What's a
you want?
wonderful day?
Oh, I've already talked to you. You don't want to talk to me anymore. You're like, you're just trying to sell me stuff. Leave me alone. Oh, man. Okay, I need to move on to a different section. Like this one. With its no leather chests or pants. All the high dollar items are gone. Man. I'll tell you this. The thing about this game is it's more difficult than it looks, because I was like, that can't be that difficult. You walk around putting stuff on a shelf. You know, it can't be that difficult. It is way more difficult than it looks. But I will tell you, since the update, I really like the changes. I still think the inventory thing is just way too cumbersome. I think that, oh yeah, it's build phase. That is what your killer bots do. That right there. And that is awesome. Now you could pick these all up and grind them. I don't, because I have enough bone stuff right now, and I don't do a lot with the shredder yet. You see, my droids work perfectly for me. I'm so happy. You know what? Let me move up so I can get the 3rd one. I'm just very excited that they do work. I'm hoping that I'm going to go ahead and turn these 2 off, though, so I can save fuel. I'm hoping that they get them so they're not so glitchy. Oh, sorry about that. But, I mean, look at the havoc that people have wrecked on my shop. And if you notice, I was always in motion, always filling, constantly doing something. So, And these only hold up to like so many items. I don't know what that button does, honestly. So I'm hoping now I just increase their capacity. Wow. They both picked up a lot. They both earned their keep today. So I'm proud of them. But I'm not going to bore you guys with the details of cleaning up shop and all of that. As you can see, there are some really good changes. There are some not so good things that are still in there, but you know, it's still a early access. It's still a work in progress, so I still have hope for it. It's still a very fun game. Obviously, I like it. If it's level 52 day, it's going to be day 50. I like that they added female characters. I like that they added the rest of the tier 2. I'm going to keep playing it. This is a time sink for me. I get on for a quick 15 minutes, do a day. You know, most of my time is spent, you know, setting up the rooms and reordering items and doing all that, trying to figure out what's the best layout. But this is something I really enjoy. I just wish that the inventory would be different. And I'll show you an example of the lag. Okay, it's probably going to work now. But, for example, okay, plate chest. Where is my plate chest? I know I have one in here. I gotta just find it. You know, you can't sort. That's another thing is you can't sort your inventory. Okay, plate chest. You see how long that takes to go down into the panel? That takes a pretty long time. And it's pretty on board right now. So it does take a while. So there you go. It takes a while. And there's no button to tell you, you know, to mix them, or there's nothing to say, you know, that it's done. You just close the panel and I guess right click to pick it up. I mean, that's what I get. Oh, I'm throwing leather gloves in. That's all I've been doing. So, I mean, what happened? You know, did anything happen? Did I get anything out of it? And I just threw like 6 pairs of gloves in. So, that's, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating to me because there's no, it says press F to open its panel, and I don't know. But otherwise, I think it's a great game. I like being able to grow stuff in the backyard. I hope there's an expansion so that you can like grow more stuff. Look at the little clouds. That's a happy little cloud. People who used to watch public access will know what a happy little cloud means. But that's my update for Shoppe Keep. So with that, I'll close today's video. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope to see you around again. Take care.